The Ainslie Street Project, a self-publishing venture by Bill Broder. A leap into the unknown. My wife Gloria and I met 60 years ago in Cambridge, Massachusetts on a blind date. I was awaiting my destroyer to return to Newport from sea. Gloria worked for the Russian Research Center. To our surprise, we had grown up within 5 blocks of one another in Detroit. Even more telling, though, was that we both loved fiction. In effect, our first glimmer of love for one another came when we discovered that we loved the same books in the same way, followed by the discovery that we understood and valued people in the same way, which is what good books are about. This passion for fiction and people has sustained us through our life together. To some, this must sound strange. Fiction? Novels? Short stories? Many of our intelligent friends, some of whom have studied and taught literature, have long ago given up reading fiction. We find this unsettling. It's as if they no longer were able to hear music. For us, fiction is the music of life. Our final test of a book or a story is whether one loves life more after reading it. At the age of 6, I so loved the landscape of northern Michigan that I vowed I would take my wife there when I married. True to my vow, after my discharge from the Navy, Gloria and I began our marriage in 1956 writing, freezing, and receiving rejections for our work at 102 Ainslie Street in Charlevoix, Michigan. Gloria and I have not only read and discussed books during our life together, we've written fiction and edited each other's work continuously. At the same time, to make a living, I spent many years working with the traditional publishing industry and collaborated with exhibit designers who created permanent installations for museums and schools and other institutions. I never ceased writing my own books, only occasionally submitting my work to agents and publishers. Through my own efforts and connections, 3 of my books were published. By the time I felt my unpublished manuscripts were ready for publication, the publishing industry had changed radically. We had entered the 21st century. Independent publishers had been bought up by large global corporations for whom books became more products than works of literature. Independent bookstores and even large corporate bookstores were decimated by new forms of merchandising. Even public libraries, at risk because of economic disruptions, culled their inventories, promoted electronic alternatives, or closed. At the same time, the internet and technological advances provided authors with an entirely new way to offer their books to the reading public: print on demand and electronic publications. Now, books of quality that might have perished in the brief shelf life of stores and libraries could remain available for their eventual discovery by the reading public. As a result, in 2011, I launched the Ainslie Street Project, a venture in self-publishing that will bring my unpublished works to the public. For readings, I still go to wonderful independent bookstores where the owners are kind enough to offer my books on consignment. Currently, the following Ainslie Street Project books are available through Amazon, Kindle, ebook, and libraries. A Prayer for the Departed, a memoir. The 3 novels of the Thanksgiving trilogy, Crimes of Innocence, Esau's Mountain, and What Rough Beast. And finally, 2 Russian Bicycles, a fictional journey into the past on 2 novellas.